Hello from Freedomtax Accounting. We are an accounting firm where we have been providing quality tax and accounting services now for over 20 years. If you are new to this channel, we provide the best tax and accounting strategies for small businesses in order to help them achieve their financial goals. But for the last couple of weeks, we have been concentrating on the EIDL and PPP loan programs to help small businesses get through this coronavirus pandemic. Now, today in this video, we're going to talk about one of the most common questions that we get here in our office, and that's if the EIDL loan is going to be audited. Now, we are recording this video September 8th, and the importance of the date of the video is because these loans have been constantly changing. So whatever we discuss today in this video may change as soon as tomorrow. So that's the importance of subscribing to our channel and click that bell so that you are notified when because we are doing our best to provide the most up-to-date and correct information around the PPP and EIDL loan programs, okay? Now remember that this video is intended for educational purposes and should not be taken as legal or tax advice. You should consult with your financial professional about your unique financial situation before acting on anything discussed in these videos. Freedomtax Accounting or its members cannot be held liable for any use or misuse of this content. Now, what will we talk about in this video? If you are seeing and following other experts surrounding the EIDL loan program, you may have heard that some experts say that yes, the EIDL will be audited. Some experts say no, that the EIDL will not be audited. We will show you the data on both yes and no arguments and what we are recommending our clients. So we will take a look at both arguments with accurate data, and then we're going to show you what we are recommending our clients to do if they're going to get audited or not for their EIDL loan, okay? Well, why are we making this video? Because it's one of the most common questions we get from our own clients and people calling our offices asking, is the EIDL going to be audited? And we really want to provide a correct answer. Unfortunately, there's a lot of bad information in YouTube, and we wanted to give you a correct and accurate answer based on data and based on government regulations, okay? And one thing we want to make sure that you all know, we are not trying to impose fear on anyone. That is not our intention. We just want to provide the accurate data and the accurate government regulation regarding these loans, okay? Now, the first thing you need to do is really to read your loan agreement contract, okay? If you don't know what that is, basically it's this document. It's a 19-page document. This is what you needed to sign, or we needed to sign, because I signed one of these as well. This is the document that we needed to sign in order to get the loan funds. So all that you need to know regarding the EIDL loan program is in this contract, okay? Especially take a look at page 4, which says books and records. In these 5 paragraphs, there's a lot of information you need to know, okay? Now, we understand if you did not read it. We know that a lot of people just got an email from the SBA on their phone via DocuSign. They signed in 4 places, and 3 days later, you got the loan funds. So it's okay if you didn't read it, but you should know what you signed with the government, because you have a legal binding agreement with the federal government if you got the EIDL loan. And remember that the EIDL loan is a special, unusual loan that comes with requirements that you may not be aware of, okay? Now, we will not discuss the contract in detail in this video, but if you want to know the details of the contract, we suggest that you watch this video in our YouTube channel, where we are going to also provide a link to this video on the description below. In this video, it's a fairly long video, but we go paragraph by paragraph explaining exactly what the EIDL loan contract says. Okay, so it's a very good video that you should watch. Okay, now what did we sign? Okay, once again, we're not going to go into every aspect of the contract, but there are some conditions in the contract that you should know, and this will answer if the idol is going to get audited or not. So what did we sign? Okay, we signed and agreed, and this is in the contract, to maintain current and proper records for the most recent 5 years until 3 years after your loan maturity or after the loan has been paid in full, whichever comes first. Those records include financial statements, insurance policies, tax returns, records of earnings or dividends distributed to owners or shareholders, and records of compensation to owners or shareholders. Okay. Now we also sign to allow the SBA to inspect or audit all the books and records, to allow the SBA to inspect or appraise any business assets, to provide financial statements to the SBA within 3 months of the end of the fiscal year. And if the SBA enforces this, most businesses, the fiscal year ends December 31st. So what this is saying is that you're going to have to provide financials to the SBA before March 31st of every year. Okay, and we will get back to this further on in this video. But we also signed and agreed to pay for a review of financial statements by an independent public accountant if requested by the SBA, and to allow the federal, state, and municipal governments to provide the SBA with documents if requested by the SBA. All that I just told you is in this document right here on the loan contract that we signed. Okay, now let's continue. Now we signed this contract, but is the SBA actually going to enforce it? Okay, we have called the SBA many times and received inconsistent answers. Okay, and by no means we are not criticizing the SBA. We think they're doing a phenomenal job. We really need to thank them because they have made this process of the EIDL loan very fast, very efficient. For the amount of loans they have to process, they're doing a very, very good job. But for example, when we have called the SBA on several occasions to ask them, are they going to enforce, especially this one, are they going to ask for financial statements by the end of March every year? Well, some agents say yes, some agents say no, some agents say they don't know. So we cannot get a consistent answer from the SBA. So, but even if you call the SBA and they say that you do not have to do anything the agreement says, the contract actually says the borrower may not use an oral statement from the SBA to contradict or alter the written terms of this note. So basically the contract says if you call the SBA and they tell you an answer and that answer is contradicts what the contract says, the contract has the final word. Okay, so according to the EIDL agreement that we all signed, yes. According to the EIDL contract, yes, you will get audited for your EIDL loan program. Okay, now not only for the loan agreement, but remember, if you have seen the news, unfortunately there have been a lot of fraud cases that have increased the chance that the federal government will want to check, first of all, if you were actually eligible to receive the funds and if the funds were used on allowed expenses. Okay, well, if that's the case, why are some experts saying no? Why are some experts saying that you will not get audited for your EIDL loan program? Well, some experts have a very good argument why the EIDL loan will not be audited. And their argument is the following: that the government may not have the resources to audit so many EIDL loans, and they are going to concentrate on the big loans. and the ones that are in default. Now, there is data to back this up. For example, the SBA gave out 32,000 EIDL loans for Hurricanes Harvey, Irma, and Maria combined. Okay, in a matter of 4 months for COVID-19, the SBA has given out 3.5 million EIDL loans to small businesses, and that's not counting all the PPP loans that they have given as well. So they have never had so many loans given out in such a short period of time. This is almost 100 times more than the usual. Okay, even the Inspector General wrote a report about his concern, and that's this document right here. The Inspector General wrote a memo where he basically discusses his view that they do not have enough staff to audit all the loans that are given out. Okay, so basically that's why a lot of experts are saying that you will not get audited, is because the government has given out so many loans that they do not have enough manpower to really do this work, and they're just going to concentrate on the bigger loans, and if there's a loan that's on default, then they will audit that loan. Now, the SBA and the Office of the Inspector General are increasing staff. Okay, they did get a couple of weeks ago, they did get additional funding for increasing their staff. The Inspector General Office got an additional $25 million, and the SBA got an additional $2.8 billion to increase their staff. But even with the increased staff, it may not be enough to audit all the EIDLs. Okay, so will the EIDL be audited? The answer is maybe. Both yes and no answers have good arguments, but remember that we are living in unprecedented times, and it's hard for any professional to plan accordingly. So what are we recommending our clients? What are we telling our clients? We are telling our clients that they should get ready for an audit. Okay, we are helping our clients to get prepared for an SBA audit if you got an EIDL loan, because even if the SBA is understaffed to audit all the SBA loans, there is still a chance that you can get audited by the SBA. So we are recommending our clients to follow the rules that are on the EIDL loan contract. Okay, so that's why we are helping our clients, making sure that they are using their EIDL funds correctly and that they are keeping good records. Now, how do you maintain good records of your EIDL loan? This is what you need to do to get ready for an SBA audit. You need to have up-to-date profit and loss, balance sheets, and general ledgers of your business. Remember that the loan contract says that the SBA, you should have the last 5 years of financial records of your business, okay? And receipts and invoices should also be digitally filed and recorded. Why do we recommend that you take invoices and have a digital file? Because especially receipts have a tendency to fade. So if you store them in a digital file, then you won't have that problem. Now remember that having up-to-date financials is not only good for the SBA audit, it is a good business practice, and it provides you peace of mind. You will be in the best possible position if you have your financials up to date, if the SBA chooses to audit your business. Up-to-date financials also is a good recommended business practice because you actually know month by month how your business is doing, and you can make better managing or better business decisions based on actual numbers that you have on your business. And also remember that these financials allow your CPA or accountant to prepare an accurate tax return when tax time comes around next year. So that's what we think, that's what we are recommending. But what do you think? Do you think the SBA is going to audit the EIDL loans? We would like you to comment under this below in this video to see what you think if the SBA is going to audit the EIDL loan or not. Okay. Now, thank you for watching this video. We hope you have received valuable information from this video. If you have, please like and share this content. And also remember to subscribe to this channel where we are doing our best to keep you up to date with the latest and the correct EIDL and PPP loan information. Plus, we will always provide tax and accounting strategies to help your small business achieve its financial goals. This is our contact information. If you need any help with bookkeeping, accounting, payroll, tax return preparation, even though we are in Florida, we are allowed to help small businesses that are located in any of the 50 US states. If you do not know us, we are part of Freedom Group. We are a group of 4 companies where we have the accounting firm, we have the immigration law firm, we have a real estate business, and we also have an insurance and financial planning business, so we can help you in many, many ways. Once again, remember to subscribe to our channel and watch this suggested video. Okay? God bless you. Have a great day.